Hello everyone, I hope you've had a good week. Back again this week. So first things first, first thing you might notice is this. It's different from last time. So as you can see, it's not like a gingery, strawberry, brownie, weird straw colour anymore. We are now pink. It was meant to go peach, but I'm not particularly confident calling this peach. I think at the ends it is. Like, I think that's quite a nice peachy colour, but at the top, we are definitely pink. So, I now have pink hair. I've been wanting to be brightly coloured for literally like as long as I can remember. I've always had like different colour hair, apart from when I was like blonde and brown, because I was trying to make my hair nicer quality. But since I was a teenager, I always wanted to go bright, and I've always had that underlying thing of like I never want to be like a boring colour unless when I'm older. But when I was thinking, right, so like my mindset was, when are you ever going to get to go bright? Like, because obviously I know there shouldn't be, but there is quite a lot of stigma attached with like brightness in the workplace and stuff. So I was like, you know what, uni's going to be the best time to do it if you're just going to do it. And then I found a hair salon in the northeast that did bright colours like properly. So I was like, yes, let's do it. Because like last time I went to the hairdressers and it went that weird colour. That was meant to be going bright. That was meant to be like a peachy rose goldy colour, but it just went not particularly well. So when I found this salon, I was like, you know, I've got no excuse to do it. And then I had the money to do it. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm never gonna be able to get it done again in my life like this bright, maybe. So I thought, fuck it, it's just gonna get done. So I was at the hair salon. So they're called the Junkyard Studios. They've got two different salons. There's the one in Newcastle and the one in Whitley Bay, and I went the one in Whitley Bay just because it's easier. And yeah, this happened. So I'm still getting used to it. I like it, but I'm getting used to it. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd address the obvious straight away. Please ignore the mess in the background. Today, I'm going to be filming a home workout, maybe a little bit of a vlog, I'm not sure. Probably more of like a home workout. I'm going to talk a little bit about uni as well. So this morning, all I've really done is I went for my walk like usual, and I think I think this morning I've done about 5,000 steps already. And then this morning I've been doing just home, what's the word, like housework. In my head I was saying homework, and I was like, that's school, that's not right. I've been doing some housework because the house has just been a bit of a mess, because I haven't been home a lot because I've been going in the gym and I've been meeting people and stuff. So I've just been catching up on some housework because there was a lot of like clothes to be washed. It's coming up to 1 o'clock now, so I'm going to do this workout before lunch because that's the frame I like to do it in. I might do a bit of a physique update. I know I seem to do these every time, but you know, when I only do them videos once a week, I may as well do it to keep you updated on this cut. So currently I'm not entirely sure how much I weigh at the minute, because yesterday I weighed in at 63.6, which was a really like great thing, because it's up. Like, I finally stayed below 60, well, I've got below 64 and then I've stayed below 64. But yesterday, I was out with my grandma for lunch and I ate a lot, like I ate a lot. I ordered a half chicken with barbecue maple glaze with chips. And then for my dessert, I had this like baked cookie dough thing with ice cream and butterscotch and mini Oreos. And then for my like supper, because it filled me all day, I was full. Let me tell you, I do not get full a lot. Like, I'll be full, but then I can eat again in an hour. But yesterday, I literally, like, I've never been that full. I think it's just because I've been eating little amounts for so long that my stomach's finally gotten used to it. But Jesus Christ, I was full. I had to tell my mum to stop walking because I thought I was going to vomit because we were doing shopping after. So I didn't have any tea. and I had like a caramel digestive slice thing, you know, the little packet, yellow packet things that you can get. I got one of them because me and Jack went bowling, so I just grabbed it from Asda to have something to eat, because I was like, I've already ate loads of calories. But the scale's telling me that I've gone down to 63.3 this morning, and I don't trust it. I mean, I did a lot of steps yesterday and I did a gym session, so I mean, it could be right, but I don't think it is. So I don't know how much I weigh at the minute, but apparently I'm 63.3, but I'm thinking it's probably about 64.3, because I was 63.6 yesterday, so I'm thinking it's probably 64.3 because of how much I ate. But I don't know, maybe I've just not retained any water, I don't know, but I'll show you. So this is, hold on, let me focus. This is me at the minute. I'm not going to do a tripod thing because I can't be asked to find my tripod. Well, I'm going to have to find my tripod to film my workout anyway, aren't I? Fuck it. No, you're just getting this. So, this is how... Oh, come on. Me at the minute. So, obviously I have ate because it's about lunchtime. I've had my breakfast, which was a omelette-y thing. Like, I call it an omelette, but I don't know if it counts as an omelette when it doesn't have any milk in. It's basically just eggs. Like, I have 1 full egg, 3 egg whites, and then mushrooms and spinach and stuff in it, so I don't even know if it counts, but an omelette-y thing, and that's all I've had. So I'm not fasted, but I feel like I'm looking quite lean at the minute. I'm definitely smaller than what I was. Obviously, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have been seeing the weekly update things where I explain what my weight's done and how my macros have been, because I'm doing a bit... I'm not usually like a like I've explained this before, I think. I don't usually do like flexible dieting because I just prefer to eat the same meals, but when I'm at home and I'm going out for food and stuff, some of the time I'm preferring to track, so my macros are changing throughout the day. So if you're interested in that, follow me on Instagram and they are on there. But this is your update for YouTube, but that's it, that's all you're getting, sorry. So we're doing, I've been to the gym. When have I been? I went to the gym on, what day is it? We're on Wednesday. God, Sarah, get your words out. It's Wednesday to, no, it's Thursday. Fucking hell, man. Get a grip. It is Thursday today. I went to the gym on Tuesday before I got my hair done, and yesterday before I met my grandma. So I've got a bit of DOMS today because I got to do back extensions for the first time in ages, and Jesus, my glutes were in bits. So they are sore today. So I might not be able to work as hard as what I usually do, but we're gonna do a full body home workout. I haven't planned what I'm doing yet because I've been doing 2 different days for the last 4 weeks, but I think the last home workout I put on kind of combines a lot of the exercises that I do, so I don't want to show you just the same shit. So I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing now, and then I will have my lunch. So yeah, I hope this workout works for you. It requires dumbbells, but like I've said in my previous ones, you can just use stuff around the house if you haven't got any dumbbells. If not, if you can't find anything, I'm sorry. You can do them body weight, like you can do all them body weight, but things like, I don't know if I'm going to be doing them, but like chest press off the floor might be a bit weird without any dumbbells. But you can always find weights. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the workout, and I shall see you after. So really quickly before we get started, one thing I do want to stress is, even though you are working out at home, it doesn't mean that you should neglect your warm-up. So I always still warm up at home. I do my normal one because I've got my bands. I don't know if anyone's interested in my warm-up, let me know, comment below, and I will do a video on what my warm-up is and why I do it and everything. But still make sure you're warming up, even though you're not doing like as heavy as what you would be doing at the gym, and the kind of the same lifts as what you're doing in the gym. It's still really important, because I mean, all it's doing is getting your muscles ready to work. So I mean, you still want your muscles just as ready at home as you do at the gym, and you're going to perform a lot better with a warm-up. So you're still going to want to perform the best you can at home, even though you're not at the gym. So make sure you're still doing your warm-up. And yeah, also I watch TV when I do my home workouts, just because I like to, it distracts me, because music doesn't motivate me the same at home. I'm not sure why, but it just doesn't. So if you see me like looking weird angles, it's because I'm watching the TV. Today's choice is Victoria, which was a bit weird. Normally I have a film on that's happy, but I'm catching up on Victoria and I don't want to take time out of like revising and stuff to work, so I'm watching the TV. Homework I'm enjoyed the workout. Please, I'm trying a new hairstyle. I thought, you know, I want to show off the pink, so need to find an updo. I mean, there's this bit, but we're ignoring that. It's later in the day now, obviously, because it's dark, as you can probably tell. But yeah, that was the workout. I didn't really change that much. The only thing I changed from that workout for the days that I've been doing, like, you know how I said I've been doing like two. I'm vlogging. You know how I said I've been doing 2 days? Well, the only thing I changed was I normally do like tricep that I did in the last video, so I swapped that out for a different one, which was the push-ups and the burpees. Normally I'll do dumbbells and burpees on the other day, so that's the only thing I changed really. So that's pretty much a standard home workout that I do. But ever since then I've been doing a VLE test with a girl on my course. Jack is here also now. Hello. You've left the door open. So I've been doing a VLE test, which is something that we have to do on our course, which is basically, we have what, like I've said before in one of, I think it was the study with me day, I explained my degree a bit more, but one of my modules is research methods, and that involves like the SPSS kind of thing side of it, which is the stats program that we use for all the experiments. So it's basically like where you put the data from the research that you do. And the VLE RM is basically teaching us like all the methods behind experimental design and using SPSS and stuff like that. So the VLE test is basically, they give us like 50 questions that we have to answer for SPSS, and they're bloody awful, I'm not gonna lie. They're not very fun at all. I've had a bit of a cry about it, but yeah, I thought I'd briefly talk through some things that I wish I'd known before I came to uni. The VLA test is probably one of them because they're not very nice, but I thought I'd explain some other stuff. So I mean, this is probably going to be more specific to the psychology degree at my uni, so it probably doesn't transfer loads to other psychology degrees or other university, any degrees. This is kind of like specific to what wish I'd known before doing psychology at Uni of York. So the first kind of thing is that how sciencey based it is. For my uni, I know this isn't the same for everybody's uni, but for mine, I literally feel like I'm studying neuroscience rather than psychology. The general stereotypical psychology stuff that people do, like the disorders, like depression, like anorexia, all that kind of stuff. We've only ever done 2 modules of that, so it was made up 10 weeks of the whole degree, and that's it, and that was alongside the other 4. So the rest is like really sciencey. We've learned, like, one of our modules we had to learn about the eye and how the eye goes in the brain, and we had to learn about hearing for one of them. Cognition's a huge part of it, and neuroscience is a massive part of it. So I probably wish I'd known how sciencey it was going to be. I mean, I'm fine anyway because I like the science to an extent, but if I'd came to do disorders and pure psychology, I think I probably would have been a bit well, I did come to do that, but because I like it anyway, I'm not too bothered. But if I'd came and I hated the biology side of it, I think I would have hated this degree. And I know a lot of people don't like the sciencey side of it and they're not enjoying it. So it's not a bad thing. If you like science, it's a really good thing, and it's really easy to go on to like a neuroscience master's after mine. We have a neuroimaging centre, and we've got a neuroscience actual degree at York, so it's really easy like going on from my psychology degree to a neuroscience like postgrad whatever. Like, it's really easy, so it's not a bad thing. I just wish I'd known it. Another thing is I should have researched what a Russell Group uni actually is. I thought Russell Group uni just meant like a certain degree, like, not a certain degree, that's the wrong word to use when I'm talking about uni, a certain standard of degree. So I thought it was just like really good universities in the UK, but it's not. It's actually about research. And I know it sounds like a stupid thing, like you're probably thinking, Sarah, you should have looked at that. And I know I should have, but I didn't, so what am I gonna do? But I wish I'd known that how heavily research based it meant my degree was. It's not a bad thing now that I know what it is, because it's so important that stuff's research backed. But we don't really learn anything that isn't like a paper. Like, everything is cited in PowerPoints. Like, there's nothing just like, oh well, this is what you need to know, this is what you need to know, this is the paper, this is the study, this is the experimental design, this is this kind of thing. And it's so heavily based on that. But the thing is about it being so heavily research based is that it's very tailored for people who are going to go into research and into PhDs and stuff like that, and I don't want to do that, I think. But it's kind of, when it's like researchers do this, researchers do this, researchers do this, and it's like, yeah, that's great and it's a really good valuable thing to learn, but when you're not going into research, sometimes it just gets a bit like, okay, I get it, but it is really valuable, so it's definitely not a bad thing. Know that this isn't a thing that I wish I'd known because I knew it anyway, but a good thing about psychology of York, Uni of York, is that they get like how seriously they take psychology. I feel like it's a really like wishy-washy degree at quite a lot of them, but we've got our own building at Uni of York, which is amazing. Like, we have all of our tutorials, lectures, everything in one building, and for psychology that's so rare. Like, normally you're just shoved in other buildings, and a lot of the degrees at Uni of York, not shoved, but they use the resources of other buildings. Like, I think English literature, they zigzag across loads of different buildings and stuff, but we have our own, and that's amazing. Another thing is that all the teaching staff are researchers. Like, they're still like they're researchers in their own field, and everybody who works in the department, apart from like receptionists and people like that, they're still doing research. So our tutorials are led by PhD students, our lecturers are researchers, so you're surrounded by people who are still working in the field. Like there's no one that's hired in just to lecture, everybody's doing their own thing, which it has the pros and cons. I mean, you're surrounded by amazing people who know what they're talking about, but it also means that sometimes you're taught by people who don't do that research. So like one of my lecturers, he was teaching motor, but his research is sleep, and I feel like sometimes you can tell, but it's still a good thing because the research is such an applicable thing across different fields. So it is a good thing, but it also means that sometimes you are taught by someone who doesn't really like do that topic, but it means you're surrounded by people who you can actually ask questions about. Sometimes they'll be teaching you their own research. Like we have Alan Badley at our department, and if anyone does psychology, GCSE psychology students will know. I didn't do it, but apparently GCSE and A-level, you know it. Alan Badley is like a leading psychologist in memory, and he actually came in to teach us about his model, which like it's crazy. Like the people who had were taught about him at A-level were fangirling all over the shop, so it's a good thing. But I think that's it. I think the main things I wish I'd known is how sciencey, how researchy, but also how good it is. Like I think it's amazing the way that we're run and stuff. Oh, and also you're not allowed to pick modules until 3rd year. I wish I'd known that. I knew that anyway, but I think I would have took note of that more. But I still, even all these things, the fact that you can't choose optional modules until 3rd year, you got to do core ones. It's more sciencey than I thought. I still would have gone here, and I still would have picked this. So they're not bad things. It's just things that if you're thinking about going York, or if you're thinking about studying psychology, the things you might want to think about. Because for me, even though I like it, you might not. Like if you don't want Ed to do research at all, it might not be the place for you, or that kind of thing. So yeah, but I'm happy to answer any question you guys have got at all, at all. So either like comment below or message me on Instagram or anything. So just let me know if you've got any comments, or if you want me to do any videos on anything. I'd be happy to take any suggestions in. So I think that's going to be it for the video. I hope it was useful. I know it was kind of a bit of a weird jumpy one because it jumped from a home workout to uni talk, so I hope it was useful. It might have been super useful to some people, but it might have been absolutely no use to other people, but never mind. So I'm gonna go and have my supper now. I hope you enjoyed this week. If not, I'm really sorry, but you again watched it to the end. If you did, please give it a like so I know, and if you're new, please subscribe because I'm nearly at 50 subscribers and that feels amazing. So also, if you like my hair, let me know. I still can't believe it. Look at it. It's like a croissant on the top of my head. Oh, I took it out a little bit there. Damn it. Never mind. But yeah, I shall see you next week for another video. Bye.